Hey, I'm Carl from Apt, and in this video I'm going to give you a closer look at the 2021 Nano90 series from LG. And if that model number sounds familiar, it's because they also offered a Nano90 in 2020. But this new one gets a couple updates that separate it from last year's model and make it a good choice for your home theater. If you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of our latest products, and don't forget to click the link in the description after the video to see all of our current pricing on the new Nano90. As far as the design goes, it's a nice looking TV. It's got a thin bezel around the screen, which you don't even really notice when you're watching it, and the pedestal can be set in two different positions, wide or narrow. The wide setting on the 65-inch we have here puts them just under 46 inches apart, and the narrow configuration is about 16 3/4 inches apart, which is great news for anyone looking to put this on a slimmer TV stand. For connections, you get 4 HDMIs, 3 USBs, Ethernet, antenna, RS-232C, and an optical output to go along with Bluetooth 5.0 and Wi-Fi for wireless connections. Now, going back to those HDMIs for a moment, number 3 has an enhanced audio return channel, and both 3 and 4 are HDMI 2.1, meaning they work with all the great gaming features like variable refresh rates through G-Sync and FreeSync, 4K at 120 Hz, and auto low latency mode. And LG's also implemented a new game optimizer menu. This lets you change the processing based on the genre of the game you're playing, as well as make adjustments to the black and white levels to kind of help get the most details out of your games. There's also an option to improve input lag times as well. Our device only measures 1080p at 60 Hz, but we were getting times around 13 milliseconds. And there's even a blue light filter to help with eye fatigue. So not only is this going to be a great TV for the average viewer, but they've gone the extra step to make it a serious option for gamers, especially those with a newer generation Xbox or a PS5. Audio is going to get a slight upgrade over last year's too. The new Nano90 has a 2.2 channel 40 watt system that sounds okay. It's definitely fuller sounding than the Nano80, which is the step down from this one, but LG also makes some really great sound bars that would go a long way in improving your whole experience with this TV. For the operating system, you get WebOS. It's extremely easy to use and is also updated over last year's version. Pressing the home button on the remote brings up the full screen home menu. There's a customizable row of apps kind of up towards the top, and underneath that are going to be suggestions on other content you might enjoy. You can go into the dashboard to see other connected devices, and there's also a sports alert function to show you real-time scores from your favorite teams, no matter what's on the screen. And all this is controlled by the included Magic Remote, which was also given a slight refresh. The new version is a little bulkier, but it's still super easy to use. If you give it a little shake, a cursor pops up on the screen that you can use to type in information, which makes searching for content on YouTube or entering a username and password quite a bit easier and faster. Then we have the picture, which I really like on the Nano90. It's a native 120 Hz panel with full array dimming and has LG's updated Alpha 7 Gen 4 processor. Color quality right out of the box is fantastic. It's saturated and rich and just has a really natural appearance. Black levels, when you're watching actual content, are really dark and provide good contrast. You may notice a bit of a gray tone in some instances, but it's really only apparent when you're on screens that don't matter all that much, like maybe on an app's opening screen, or if you're in a search menu like you'd find on somewhere like YouTube or Netflix. There's also several picture presets to choose from, including ISF Bright and Darkroom, Standard, and Filmmaker mode, and it can play back HDR10, HLG, and Dolby Vision. Now, it's not the brightest TV out there, but it's still bright enough to enjoy HDR content, and it doesn't get completely washed out in a bright room. Motion's also handled really well, just like on most other TVs now. You do have the ability to make manual adjustments to compensate for different types of content. And viewing angles were really impressive too on this one. Not exactly to OLED levels, but not all that far off. This is definitely a good choice if you have a wide seating area in your TV room and you're not looking to pay OLED prices for your TV. Overall, this is a very respectable TV. The color quality out of the box is great, the operating system is easy to use, it's got good gaming features, and it's not outrageously expensive. For the money, this TV is going to be really hard to beat. If you still have questions on the Nano90 or any other TVs we carry here at Apt, be sure to contact our experts. We're always happy to help. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.